अस्य परिशीलनं कुर्मः इदानीं। वा पदान्ते वर्णः गुरुः भवति इत्यस्य कः अर्थः? So what is the meaning when a guru varna occurs at the end of a pada? Padante nama padasya ante yada kaschana laghu varnah ayati saha vikalpena guru samjnakah bhavati. Kadachit guru rupena tasya varnasya ganana kartum shakyate. कदा करणीयः कदा न करणीयः इत्यत्र कः नियमः? वृत्तस्य लक्षणमेव तस्य नियमनं करोति। कदा करणीयम् इति किं तस्य नियमनं कथं भवति? वृत्तस्य लक्षणानुसारेण भवति। इदानीम् अहं केचन श्लोकाः वदामि। श्लोकान् वदामि, शृण्वन्तु। तत्र I will recite shloka, I will recite padya in different meters. You can observe something in common there. We will see what it is. Okay. So let us not even get into the details of what is the Vritta Lakshana. I am just going to be chanting different padyas in different meters. Let us start with one long Vritta. Let us say re re chataka savadhana manasa mitrakshanam shruyatam. I want you to pay attention to what is the sound that you hear at the end of the pada. Mitrakshanam shruyatam ambhoda bahavo bhavanti gagane sarve pinaitadrishaha केचिद् वृष्टिभिरार्द्रयन्ति वसुधां गर्जन्ति केचिद् वृथा यं यं पश्यति तस्य पुरतो मा ब्रूहि दीनं वचः. This is a long meter. Let us take another long meter. We can take this popular verse. हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजन सौभाग्य जननीं पुरानारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्. So in both the verses that I chanted, you could have observed, if you paid attention to the end of the pada, there is a long sound that is occurring at the end. Okay, it is a long sound. It's a guru. Okay, there are two matras can be counted for what occurs at the end. Mitrakshanam shruyatam sarvepi naitadrishaha kechid drishtibhirardrayanti vasudham garjanti kechid vritha yam yam pashyati tasya purato ma bruhi deenam vachaha. Okay, so all are good. Similarly, in the Saundarya Lahari verse that I chanted, Pura Nari Bhutva Puraripumapi Kshodha Manayat Smaropi Tvam Natva Ratinayana Lehyena Vapusha Muninamapyantah Prabhavati Mohaya Mahatam. Let us even consider shorter ones. So this is Shikarini Islam. Let us come shorter. Mudakarata Modakam Sada Vimukti Sadhakam कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकं अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं. This is a shorter meter, right? Let us make it still shorter. Okay. Let us take this one. We saw Vamshastha on that day, right? I think we saw this Iyeshasa kartum avandhya rupatam Samadhima avandhya rupatam Samadhima sthaya tapobhiratmanaham avapyate va kathamanyatha dvayam tatha vidham prema patishchata drishaha. Or let us take one example from Bhujanga Prayata. I'm just giving you a combination of different number of syllables in one pada. Let us take Bhujanga Prayata. That is again a shorter one. Let us take a random verse. Bhujangakhya vrittena kluptam stavam yaha pathed bhakti yukto guham sampranamya saputran kalatram dhanam dirghamayuhu Bhave labhet skandasa yujyamante narasaha. Okay. Now, most of the verses that we saw, we could see that the end of the pada, okay, at the end of the pada, we hear a long sound, right? Most of the popular meters that are in use require that the end of the pada have a guru akshara, okay? But of course, there are exceptions, right? What this niyama says is that if what occurs at the end of a pada is not a guru akshara and it happens to be a laghu akshara, the convenience that we have at the end of the pada is that we have a virama there, right? We have a yati there, we have a virama. So we can stretch the laghu akshara a bit and make it a guru akshara, and it won't make any difference to the rhythm. For example, I just noticed in, see the Bhujanga Prayata meter, okay? Bhujanga Prayata meter is supposed to have 4 yaganas, okay? And the last akshara has to be a guru akshara. You can see this. Bhujangakhya vritte na kluptam stavam yaha pathet bhakti yukto guhamsam pranamya. See, it is only pranamya at the end, right? It is a laghu only. But then if you are going to extend it a bit to 2 matras, it won't make any difference and we can count it as a guru. Because the Bhujanga Parayata Vritta requires that the last akshara be a guru akshara, even if a poet takes the liberty of composing something that falls in place and has a laghu akshara at the end, it can be counted as a guru because it does not damage the meter, right? The sound does not get damaged. Bhujanga khyavritte na kluptam stavam yaha. So the first pada has yaha. Pathet bhakti yukto guhamsam pranamya. It only has a harasva. But then by this vapadante niyama, we can take it as count as, because it is not going to make any difference. You can just stretch it a bit and say it will still be same. Pranamya. You can say that and the meter will sound perfect, right? We will see another example. Okay. Take the very, very popular Saundarya Lahari verse. Okay. So what is the Lakshana for Shikharini meter? This is composed in the Shikharini meter, and Shikharini meter requires that Rasai Rudraischinna Yamana Sabha. So here I think you can mark the ganas by yourself. So we will not get into that now for this verse. Just see the last 2 aksharas. Here it is Prabhavitum Nachede Nakhalu Kushalaspanditum. Okay, see, you see the harasva here, but it actually has to be a guru, right? Because that is a lakshana of Shikarini. That is when this and that can sound the same. Prabhavitum. There are 2 matras. Nache devam devo nakhalu kushalaspanditum. You have to stretch it a bit to make it sound like the first pada. That is why padante yada kadachit laghuvarnaha gurutvena tasya ganana kartum shakyate. Optional vartate. Vikalpena evam kartum shakyate. Kavihi vadat. So here you can take it optionally as a guru and you can treat it as a guru. It will not at all spoil the meter. So we have to count this P as a guru. Okay. Even though it is a laghu, but because it occurs at the end of the pada, it can be counted as a guru is what the previous vapadante means. Similarly, you take this atastvamadhyam harihara virinchadibhirapi pranantum stotum va katham akrita punyaf prabhavati. This P has a problem. Why? See, this P is at the end of the pada. Okay. But then it is followed by a samyuktakshara. So you can count it as a guru even without this vapadante, right? Even without vapadante, this P can be counted as a guru because it is followed by samyuktakshara. And this samyuktakshara pra is called a krama. That is what we are going to see next. But let us come to it later. So for now, we'll just take the case of this P. And this P can be counted as guru. Why? Because it is occurring at the end of the pada. In order to suit the lakshana of the meter, we are okay. I hope this is clear. Now, let us take another example. I have marked this here. Nache devam devo nakhalu. So nache de yagana. Sarva Guruhu Maganaha, then you have Sarva Laghuhu Naganaha, then Anta Guruhu, okay, that is Sagana, and then you have Adi Guruhu, Bhagana, then Ma and P. So this P is counted as a Guru Akshara because it is occurring at the end of the pada and is as per the requirement of the meter. Okay, now I said that now, why this va padante has to be mentioned as va? Because as I just we went through a few shlokas, right? A few padyas, right? Most of them seem to have a Guru Akshara at the end by default. Most of the meters do have it like that. Most of the Samavrittas that are popular have Guru Akshara at the end. In fact, once we finish the class, or even as a practice exercise, you can just go through the Lakshanas of all the popular meters like Sraddhara, Shikharini, Shardula Vikritisam, Panchachamara, Upendra Vajra, Indra Vajra, Upajati, Vamshastha, Bhujanga Parayata. These are very, very popular meters. Malini, Shalini. All of them require that the last sound is a Guru Akshara. Okay. But then, if that be the case, one need not say that the last Laghu Akshara of ours can optionally be taken as a Guru. One can actually make it a general rule that all the verses you better take the last Akshara as Guru. That can be told, right? But it is given as Vikalpena. Why? Because there are some rare Vrittas where the last Akshara need not be a Guru. It is the requirement of the meter that it has to be a Laghu Akshara. Tadrishani Vrittani Kanichana Santi. Viralanyeva parantu Kanichana Vrittani Tani Santi. And of course, we have the case of Matra Vritta that makes the total thing different, right? Because in Matra Vritta, it is only about the Matras. So, as far as Matra Vritta is concerned, if we are going to alter if altering Laghu Guru with the last Akshara of the verse, if it is going to change the number of matras for us, then it can be altered. Okay, so that is why va is used. Okay, even though the popular Samavrittas, they all require Guru Akshara to be at the end, it is given that it is va padante because there are a few Samavrittas like Samanika. Okay, Samanika is one example of a Samavritta that requires that the last Akshara of a pada be a Guru, be a Laghu. Okay, now we will see how. It's actually the Anushtup Jati. It only has 8 aksharas in a pada. Yasya Krishna Pada Padmam Asti Hrittadaga Sadmadhi Samanika Parena No Chitatra Matsarena. So, if you see, Yasya Krishna Pada Padma Laghu. Okay, at the end you have Laghu. So, this is the Lakshana. Glau Rajau Samanikatu. Okay, so you have a Guru, then a Laghu, then a Ragana. Ragana is Madhya Laghu. Guru, Laghu, Guru is Ragana. Then you have Jagana. Jagana, this is not Jagana. I don't know. This is not Jagana. This is Nagana. No. Sorry. What is the Lakshana? This glow has to go at the end or at the beginning. I do not know. I forgot. Yes, your Krishna you have Madhya Guru, Madhya Laghu Ragana. Then you have Madhya Guru Jagana. Okay. Then you have Laghu. Okay. But then glow must be Guru Laghu. But I'm sorry. This has to be Guru, right? Pa is Guru and Sa is Guru. Why? Samyukta Paratvad. Samyukta Paratvad, I am Pakaropi Guruhu, Sakaropi Guru. Vrittasya Lakshanam Kim? Prathamaha Ganaha Raganaha Bhavati. Tataha Jaganaha. Madhya Laghuhu Raganaha. Madhya Guruhu Jaganaha. Tataha Guruhu Laghuhu. Ityeva Samanika Vrittasya Lakshanam Bhavati. Atra Pashyantu Dma iti Ante Laghuhu eva asti. Okay, so that is why this is Vapadante. So at the end of a pada, this Laghu should not be considered Guru because the Vritta itself demands that this be Laghu, right? So it stays Laghu. And that is why Vapadante is given. I hope the meaning of Vapadante is very clear. Okay. Now, moving forward, we will see why krama is required. Padadau iha varnasya samyoga krama samnyakaha purasthitena tena syal laghutapi kvachid guroh. Now, iha chandas shastre padadau varnasya samyogaha krama samnyakaha bhavati asmabihi hyaha drishtaha padasya adau yaha samyuktaksharam yad samyuktaksharam bhavati tasya nama kramaha iti chandas shastre diyate. Tasya nutanam nama diyate kramaha iti tasya nama. Tena purataha sthitena yada kaschana varnaha krama paraha bhavati nama tasmat parataha kramaha ayati tada kvachit guroho api laghutasya. Yadi Guru Varnaha, see, just because a Samyuktakshara is following it, previous Varna will be a Guru Varna, right? That is the rule. Because Samyukta Paraha Varnaha Yaha Bhavati, Saha Guru Reva Bhavati, iti Niyamaha asti. Parantu, Padasya Ante, Yada, Stadrishaha Varnaha Yaha Samyukta Paraha Vartate Vastavikataya Saha Laghureva Bhavati. See, if you are going to count something as Guru because it is Samyukta Para, then it should be a Laghu Varna, right? And only because it is following a Samyukta Akshara, you are counting it as Guru. It is not Ekamatrika. I mean, it is Ekamatrika only, but then it is followed by a Samyukta Akshara, so you are counting it as 2 matras, right? But then, when it occurs at the end of a pada, this rule again becomes optional. Optional in the sense that Guru can be counted as a Laghu. Meaning what? Originally it was Laghu only. Okay. And because it was Samyukta Para, we made it Guru. But now again, because this is a special case of not Samyukta Paratva, but Krama Paratva, we can take this Akshara to be a Laghu optionally if the Vritta demands so. Okay. That is the niyama. How can a Vritta demand so? That is what is happening in this verse. Okay, yesterday we counted the number, okay, rightly, but then there is a slight, thing here. What is it? See, Tarunam Sarushapashakam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dvadasha matraha santi prathame pade. Dvitiye pade pashyantu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. But then we have this niyama that padante kvachit laghurapi guruhu bhavati. So this has to be taken as a guru because this is at the end of the pada, so that we get the Arya definition of 12, 18, 12 and 15. Okay. So that is Arya. Ityasya Guru Samgya Bhavati. So, how do you sing this verse? See, most of the verses that are in the matra meters, be it Arya or any other matra chandas, it is composed in such a way that it can be sung rhythmically to a tala. So, because we already know that a tala is something that so a beat is in sync with time, right? And matra vritta is after all about the precise time in which, so matra is what? It is a measure of time, right? So when you say that there is going to be a rhythmic pattern in chanting it in a particular matra, it means that you can synchronize it with a tala. Okay, so Aryas are usually sung to appropriate talas, and then when we have this pattern of 12, 18, 12 and 15, this, because it is convenient, it occurs at the end of the pada. If you are going to stretch it to one more matra, it is not going to spoil the verse at all, and in fact it is going to fit into its usual definition of having 18 matras. Then this can be counted as Guru. So the problem with the second pada that we had yesterday is now resolved. Now coming to the third pada, we see that if we take this as Guru, because it is Samyukta Para, we have a special case of this not only being a Samyukta Akshara, but also being a Krama. Because this Samyukta occurring at the beginning of a pada. Tasmadasya na kevalam samyukta samgya asti, parantu ततः अधिकतया अत्र क्रमः इत्यपि संज्ञा अस्ति। अत्र ग्रा इत्यक्षरस्य संयुक्तसंज्ञा अपि अस्ति, क्रमसंज्ञा अपि अस्ति। तस्मात् पुरस्थितेन तेन स्यात् लघुतापि क्वचित् गुरोः. So now this is guru because of the existence of this gra, and now we are again making it laghu so that this fits in the meter. So now you count it as laghu, we will get 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that solves our problem of. And now it becomes easy. You just chant it. So it's not just about counting things. So when we chant, we are supposed to chant it as a guru or laghu. It is going to make a difference. See, Navaudanam pichilani chadadhini. That is when the rhythm is going to be perfect. And when you say alpavyayena sundari, okay, not alpavyayena sundari, then the meter goes away. So it has to be good to chant, okay, and the sound should be perfect. That is the idea. So that is the whole idea of making things guru or laghu. I hope it is clear now. Okay, now we can for a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, I hope it is clear so far. Now, let us continue. Okay. I am sorry, I think it was my mistake to have locked the meeting. Very sorry. I didn't even notice that this was done. I'm extremely sorry. Hope those who have joined late can catch up with the recordings. Okay, now let us continue. And please quickly. Abhibhuta-rasadinam jneya samjnatra lokatah jneyah padaschaturvamsho yatirvichcheda samgnika. Oh, etani padani abhihi bhutani rasaha evam यानि पदानि सन्ति यानि संज्ञानि सन्ति तेषाम् अर्थः लोकतः ज्ञेयाः तेषां कीदृशाः अर्थाः अवगन्तव्याः तेषां कः अर्थः भवति अस्मिन् शास्त्रे इति सन्दर्भानुसारेण लोकतः ज्ञेयाः इदानीमपि अस्माभिः दृष्टं रसैरुद्रैश्चिन्ना शिखरिणी रसैः इत्यत्र रसशब्दस्य षट् इति षट् इति संख्यार्थः इति दृष्टः. Okay. Now yatiः. So here सूर्याश्वैर्मसजस्तथा गुरवशार्दूलविक्रीडितम्. So सूर्याश्वैः. So pause at the end of the 12th syllable and then Ashwa. Ashwa is again counting 7 more, which makes it 19, which is at the end of the pada. So, Kasturi tilakam lalata patale yatihi. Vakshasthale kaustubham yatihi. Nasagre navamauktikam karatale. Venum kare kankanam. Sarvange harichandanam cha kalayan. Kanthe cha muktavalim. गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणिः. So again, I have taken another example. I think we already saw this though. Haristvam aradhya pranata jana saubhagya janani pura nari bhutva पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् स्मरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा रतिनयनलेह्येन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम्. So in Shikharini, you have pause after the 6th syllable and the 11th syllable, and of course at the end of the pada after the 17th syllable we have yati. Next. युक्समं विषमं च युक्स्थानं सद्भिर्निगद्यते सममर्थसमं वृत्तं विषमं च तथा परं. समं स्थानं युक् इति कथ्यते. विषमं स्थानं, समं स्थानं नाम even places, विषमं स्थानं नाम odd. नाम प्रथमः चरणः तृतीयः चरणः विषमं स्थानं, द्वितीयं चरणम् अथवा चतुर्थचरणं युक् इति नाम्ना कथ्यते. युक् अयुक्. वृत्तं समम् अर्धसमं तथा विषमम् इति भेदेन वृत्तस्य त्रयः भेदाः सन्ति. समं वृत्तं त्रयोस्य चत्वारस्तुल्यलक्षणलक्षिताः तच्छन्दशास्त्रतत्त्वज्ञाः समं वृत्तं प्रचक्षते. So when all the 4 padas are same, you call it a samavritta. We have seen many examples of samavritta. Prathamangri samo yasya tritiyas charano bhavet dvitiyas turyavad vrittam tadardha samamuchyate. Yatra tritiya charanaha prathamangri samaha bhavati saha tada evameva द्वितीयः चरणः चतुर्थचरणवद् भवति तद्वृत्तम् अर्धसमम् इति कथ्यते. अर्धसमवृत्तस्य उदाहरणमेकं पश्यामः. न दृष्टं तस्मात् अद्य पश्यामः. कामकोटिपीठवासिनी मदीये हृदम्बुजेम्बुजे क्षणा चिरं वसन्ति दुःखजालमाशु मूलतो निहत्य स्वकीयपादपङ्कजे रतिं ददातु. श्रवणेनैव ज्ञातुं शक्यते यत् प्रथमे पादे द्वितीये पादे प्रथमपादात् एकः वर्णः अधिकः अस्ति, एकम् अक्षरम् अधिकम् अस्ति इति श्रवणेन अथवा दर्शनेनैव ज्ञातुं शक्यते. पश्यामः. कामकोटिपीठवासिनी मदीये हृदम्बुजेम्बुजे क्षणा चिरं वसन्ति. So you see that the number of syllables in the second pada increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So द्वादशाक्षराणि सन्ति प्रथमे पादे. तृतीयेपि द्वादशाक्षराणि एव भवन्ति. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. परंतु द्वितीये चतुर्थे च 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 त्रयोदशाक्षराणि चतुर्थेऽपि त्रयोदश द्वितीयेऽपि. तस्मात् अर्धसमवृत्तस्य उदाहरणं भवति अयं श्लोकः. ततः विषमवृत्तं कथं भवति? यस्य पादचतुष्केऽपि लक्ष्मभिन्नं परस्परं तथा विषमं वृत्तं छन्दश्शास्त्रविशारदाः. यस्य पादचतुष्केऽपि परस्परं भिन्नं लक्ष्म भवति तद् विषमं वृत्तम् इति छन्दश्शास्त्रविशारदाः आहुः. कथयन्ति. कथं? Let us see this example. कन्येयं कनकोज्ज्वला मनोहरदीप्तिः शशिनिर्मलवदना विशालनेत्रा पीनोरुनितम्बशालिनी सुखयति हृदयमतिशयं तरुणानाम्. So very evident. श्रवणेन अथवा दर्शनेन स्पष्टमस्ति. अत्र अक्षराणां वैषम्यम् अस्ति. प्रतिपादम् अक्षराणां संख्या तत्र समानता नास्ति. अक्षराणां प्रतिपादम् अक्षराणि भिन्नानि भवन्ति, भिन्नसंख्याकानि भवन्ति. कथं? गणयित्वापि दर्शयिष्यामि. कन्येयं कनकोज्ज्वला मनोहरदीप्तिः. This is one pada. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. चतुर्दशाक्षराणि सन्ति प्रथमे पादे. द्वितीये शशिनिर्मलवदना विशाल नेत्रा. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. अक्षराणि एव सन्ति. पूर्वं चतुर्दशाक्षराणि प्रथमे पादे सन्ति. अत्र त्रयोदश. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. अत्र 9 अक्षराणि एव सन्ति. पीनूरु नितम्बशालिनी. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. अत्र एकादशाक्षराणि सन्ति. Now, we can ask a question, right? No. This seems like, I can also compose something. Let me write something in the first pada. Let it not match with what is happening in the second pada. Something else in the third pada and the fourth pada and so on. The thing is, this meter, this vritta has a lakshana. Okay, it is not something. It has to have a magana and then followed by another gana, another gana, another gana, and so on. Okay, this is a niyama that is given. So I have only given the shloka which follows a certain niyama, and this is one udaharana of a vishama vritta. So we cannot, write something, whatever comes to our mind, and we cannot say that this is a vishama vritta padya. It is not like that. Okay, you have a gana nirdesha even in a vishama vritta poem, but then as you can see, it is not very pleasing to the ear. That is why it is very, very rarely used. Very, very rarely used. Vishama vritta is not at all common. But then I just looked up to the Vishama Vritta Adhyaya and picked up this verse just to show as an example. And the ganas are fixed here. We will also have to compose, if we want to compose something in the Vishama Vritta, we will have to compose according to the Gana Lakshana. Only then it can be called a Vishama Vritta Padya. Otherwise, it will not be called so. Astu. Rani, Samavritta Prabhedaha. Bahavaha Samavrittaha. Samavrittani Bahuni Santi. आरभ्यै पादैः अक्षरवर्धितैः पृथक् छन्दो भवेत् पादैर्यावत् षड्विंशतिं गतम्. एकाक्षरात् पादात् आरभ्य एक अक्षरवर्धितैः पादैः यावत् षड्विंशतिं तावत् पृथक् छन्दः भवेत्. So you can start with a pada containing one akshara. So 4 aksharas together will be one verse. Okay, where there is one akshara in each pada. Evam eka akshara vardhitaihi padaihi. Nama ekaksharam padam tadapi ekam chandaha bhavati. Evameva dvyakshara padayuktam vrittamapi aparam chandaha bhavati. Evameva tryakshara padam चतुरक्षर पादम पंचाक्षर पादम प्रतिपादम पंच अक्षराणि भवन्ति चेत् नूतनं छन्दः भवति. प्रतिपादं षडक्षराणि भवन्ति चेत् अपरं छन्दः. प्रतिपादं 7 अक्षराणि एवं पृथक् पृथक् छन्दांसि एवमेव आयान्ति इति कथयति. So this is how different chandas come. And how long can this go on? That is adding one akshara to one pada. How long can this go? This can go on until we have 26 aksharas in one pada. So we just covered a long meter, which was Shikharini, right? It has 17 aksharas in one pada. You make it 18, it will become Mandakranta. Then see, and it is not just that. We are going to see something called Jati. Okay, here what is Chanda is actually Jati. That is, a Jati is something that encompasses different varieties of Chandas within itself. For example, let us take the Anushtup Chanda. Anushtup is actually the name of a Jati where the maximum number of aksharas in one pada is limited as 8. Okay, so any vritta that is going to have 8 aksharas in one pada is called Anushtup. Okay, but then there are different varieties of Anushtup like Chitrapada, Vidyunmala, Shloka. Shloka is actually a sub-variety of Anushtup. Okay, and they are again going to have niyama. Similarly, you take this 17 akshara syllable, 17 syllable Chanda. There are many varieties in it. Shikharini is the most popular 17 syllabled variety. Okay, Shikharini is 1 meter, but then there are so a group of meters that have 17 syllables in one pada is given a name. We are going to be seeing those names. So, evam eka aksharavarthitaihi padaihi Shadvimshati yavat. Okay, you can go till 26, and after so till then you can create new chanda varieties. Tadurdhvam kim bhavati? Shadvimshatehe urdhvam kim bhavati? Chandavrishyadi dandakaha parikirtitaha. Tadurdhvam. So more than that, we are going to get a new type of chanda called dandaka. So dandaka is actually a piece of poetry only, even though it sounds like prose, it is actually poetry where just that the number of aksharas in each pada is so long. It is just more than 26. That's all. Okay. Shesham gathas tribhis shadbhis charanaischopalakshitaha. Shesham nama yadrishani chandamsi etavat paryantam kathitani tani vihaya. So leave all those that have been covered so far. Matra chandas and their varieties. And then we have varna chandas in that you have samavritta, asamavritta, ardha samavritta, vyoma-samskritta, leaving all that. Whatever kind of chandas remains, that comes under gatha. Okay, that comes under gatha. And I forgot to make this point yesterday that there is actually something called gatha in the Prakrita language. Okay, you would have heard of gatha saptashati. Okay, but that gatha and this gatha is not same. That gatha saptashati is in fact composed in Arya meter. Okay, so gatha of Prakrita and Arya are very similar. Okay, so this is different, where the number of padas in a shlok, in a padya itself, can be 3 or 6. Tribihi, Shadbihi, Charanaihi, Upalakshitaha, Gathaha bhavanti. Okay, now we'll take an example of Dandaka because this came up yesterday. So very popular Dandaka, Garuda Dandaka. Garuda makhila vedanida dhirudham dushatpidanotkanthita kuntha vaikuntha pithi krita skandhamide swanida gati prita rudra sukirti. It goes on. The pada is not over yet. So just to give a lakshana, so yesterday I mentioned that in a Dandaka, the only rule is that the starting at the beginning of the pada, padasya adau naganaha eva bhavati. Nagana dvayam bhavati. In fact, Garuda makhila, you see all the etani shadaksharani yani padasya adau santani santanyapi laksharani. Garuda makhila, then so you have to see like this just so that you can see the ragana. Vedanida dhirudham dvishatpidanotkanthita kuntha vaikuntha pithi krita skandhami. It is going on like this, wherein ragana. What is the ragana lakshana? Ragana is madhya laghu bhavati raganaha. So you have this keeps going on until the end of the pada. Vedanida dhirudham dushatpidanotkanthita kuntha vaikuntha pithi krita skandhamide swanida gati prita rudra. Everywhere you can only see raganas. Okay, this is a dandaka, and there is no limit to the number of aksharas that you can have in the pada. Starting from 27, it can go on. The famous Garuda Dandaka has 108 aksharas in one pada. The entire Dandaka actually is composed of, it's just one padya where there are 4 padas, and number of aksharas in each pada is, I think, 108. Okay, it's a very, very long dandaka. Now, continuing. So we take an example of gatha. Gathayaha udaharana rupena Vritta Ratnakare shlokoyam dattaha vartate ayam Mahabharata udhritaha shlokaha. And this is the only lakshana, only udaharana that I can find, that I could find. Dashadharmam na jananti dhritarashtra nibodhatan mattah pramatta unmatta shrantah krudho bubhukshitah tvaramanascha bhiruscha lubdhakami chate dasha. So 10 people do not know of dharma. Okay, they do not worry about dharma. They cannot know dharma. They do not know dharma. Ityarthaha. Teke ketra tattam. Mattaha, pramattaha, unmattaha, shrantaha, krudhaha, bubhukshitaha. So let us not get into the artha for now. So this is Gatha Lakshana, where Trayaha Padaha Santi. Trayaha Padaha. Gatha शेषम गाथा त्रिभिः षड्भिः वा चरणैः उपलक्षिताः इत्यधीतं खलु अत्र त्रयः चरणाः सन्ति तस्मात् इदं पद्यं गाथायाः उदाहरणरूपेण स्वीकरणीयम् अस्ति. So at the end of the first chapter we have the list of jatis. Okay. उक्तात्युक्ता तथा मध्या प्रतिष्ठान्या सुपूर्विका गायत्र्युष्णिगनुष्टुप् च बृहती पंक्तिरेव च तृष्टुप् च जगती चैव तथाति जगती मता शक्वरी साति पूर्वा स्यादष्ट्यत्यष्टि तथा स्मृते धृतिश्चाति धृतिश्चैव कृतिः प्रकृतिराकृतिः विकृति संकृतिश्चैव तथाति कृतिरुत्कृतिः. So these are the jatis of samavrittas starting from ukta. So ukta is a jati where the number of aksharas in a pada is 1. Then atyukta it becomes 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Gayatri has 6 aksharas in a pada. Ushnik has 7 aksharas. Anushtup, the very famous jati that we know of, has 8 aksharas in a pada. Okay, and so on. And these names we will see as we enter the 3rd chapter. So I'm not going to the details of these. We will just see what is how you can understand jati. See, we saw these 2 verses, right? Sukha santana siddhyartham natva brahmachyutarchitam gauri vinayakopetam shankaram loka shankaram vedartha shaiva shastrajñah pavyeko bhut vijottamah tasya putrosti kedara shivapadarchane ratah. Both are in the anushtup meter. But if you compare the 2 verses, see, the Laghu Guru pattern is not going to be the same. Sukha santana siddhyartham natva brahmachyutarchitam. You see the variation? See, it starts with Sukha Santana. You see, it is not like that here. Vedartha Shaiva, Sukha Santana. The Laghu Guru movement is different. But then what makes it Anushtup then? Then there must be some commonality, right? What is the commonality? You see, all the Shashtaksharas, if you see, Shloke Shashtam Guru Jnayam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, 6. 6 is all Guru. Okay. Shloke Shashtam Guru Jnayam. Sarvatra Laghu Panchamam. Okay. So everywhere you see the 5th place. 5th akshara is always Laghu. Okay. So and then you have Saptamam Dvichaturthayoho. Okay. You see the 7th akshara in the 2nd and the 4th pada. Okay. This is the 7th sound, right? In the 2nd and the 4th pada it is Laghu. 2nd and the 4th pada it is Laghu. 1st and the 3rd pada it is Guru. 1st and the 3rd pada it is Guru. This is the broad Lakshana of Anushtup. But then there are going to be internal variations, like you can start with Guru, Laghu, and then you have Guru, something. Here you have Guru, then you have Laghu, and then suddenly you have a Guru. That is going to be different. So with internal variations, we are going to get different varieties of Anushtup. Okay, but then this is a larger Anushtup jati. Both of these verses belong to the Anushtup jati because they follow this Lakshana that all the Shashtaksharas are Guru. All the Panchamaksharas are Laghu, and then the Saptamakshara in the Dvitiya Chaturtha Pada is Laghu, and Prathama Tritiya Pada is Guru. That is the Lakshana of Anushtup Jati. Okay. Then we come to the end of the 1st chapter. Ityuktas Chandasam Samjñāha Kramato Vachmi Sampratam Matra Vrittan Samjñāha Uktaha. So far I have covered all the Paribhashika Padas, Samjñas that are required for understanding Chandas Shastra. Iti Chandasam Samjñāha Uktaha. Sampratam Matra Vrittanupurvakam Sarva Vrittanam Lakshanam Vachmi. Sampratam. Idanim Sarva Vrittanam Lakshanam Vachmi. I am going to start to explain the Lakshanas of all the Vrittas. Matra Vritta Anupurvaka. Nama, beginning with Matra Vritta in the 2nd chapter, I am going to first cover the Matra Vrittas and then I am going to explain in detail the Lakshanas of all the Vrittas. So he says us and closes the 1st chapter. With this, we come to the end of 1st chapter. Now, I will first see the chat box and then come to the hands raised. Okay, quickly. What are the ganas for Anushtup? It can wait because we are going to see Anushtup in detail. If the shloka name is given, then it will be helpful. What shloka name? That I do not know what you are asking, and you have raised your hand. Probably I'll come to you, Devika Bhagini. Okay. Questions are raised. Devika Bhagini, yes. I think you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Mahodaya? I was the one who had written when you're giving the example of the
yes,
shloka.
Bhagini. I was not able to hear you. Are you able to hear me now?
I'm able to hear you. You are able to hear me?
Yes, please.
I was the one who has written, when you are giving the example of a shloka, if you tell what is the name of that shloka, for example, if it is Saundarya Lahari or something, we could go back and get the reference. That is one question. The second one is
example of but wherever I have mentioned, okay, for the first time when I just chanted at random and I wanted you to identify the sound, I did not plan for it. I just recalled different shlokas from different meters and I just chanted. So otherwise, I think I am giving reference, and going forward also, I will be telling you where I picked up the shloka from. Okay.
Then one more, which is the book to buy for this? Or is the entire PDF available?
Vritta Ratnakara will be uploaded. I am sorry if it has not been uploaded yet. It will definitely be uploaded. It will definitely be uploaded this week. And it is also available for free download on the Internet Archive. You may download.
Thank you, Bhagini. Yeah, thank you.
Preeti Bhagini.
Namaskaraha. Vrittaha, examples are given as certain shlokas. Kintu, when we see a shloka, how can we say whether it is a matra chandas or a varna chandas?
Sorry, I did not.
If we just get a shloka in, let's say, our exam, how will we know whether it is a matra?
It will sound very different. The number of aksharas in a pada is going to be the same for a matra, akshara chandas, samavritta at least, and you're mostly going to encounter samavrittas only. Okay. So you're going to encounter samavritta or samavritta, and the number of akshara is going to be the same. In the matra vritta, the number of akshara is not going to be the same.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Bharati Bhagini.
Namaste, Bhagini. I had a tough time logging in, Bhagini. It was going on telling the host.
I'm very sorry. I am very sorry. It is entirely my fault because I think I locked the meeting by mistake because I wanted to mute everyone. But instead of that, I think I chose some other option and it logged and the meeting got logged. I'm extremely sorry about this. Okay. The recording will be available. So please do listen to the recording and catch up. And in case you have doubts, you can always write to me.
Yeah. Okay, Bhagini. I was trying to call Vyoma also. They were not lifting.
I'm very sorry. It is completely.
Okay, Bhagini. No need of so much of sorries. I know purposely have not
only after I saw the chat box, I realized that I had done it by mistake. So it is.
Okay.
So yeah.
As to Bhagini, don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Veena Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini. एषा मम प्रथमा कक्षा अस्ति अहं सर्वाः ध्वनिमुद्रिकाः मया श्रुताः भगिनी मया यदा अहं साहित्यं परीक्षां लिखितवती तदा छन्दशास्त्रमपि अधीतवती किञ्चिदेव तत्र गणनिरूपणसमये एकः श्लोकः आसीत् तद् आदिमध्यावसानेषु यरता यान्ति लाघवं भजसा गौरवं यान्ति मनोतु गुरुलाघवम् इति
सः श्लोकः छन्दोमञ्जर्याम् अस्ति इति मन्ये। वृत्तरत्नाकरे नास्ति, परन्तु छन्दोमञ्जरी इत्येकः ग्रन्थः अस्ति, गङ्गादासेन रचितः वर्तते। तस्मात् उद्धृतः इति मन्ये।
तद् मम कण्ठस्थीकृतः अतः सरलाय इति भाति मम। तदपि
सरलं चेत् भवतु, तत्र कोऽपि तत्र कम्पल्शन् नास्ति। वृत्तरत्नाकर दत्त गणलक्षणः एव स्मर्तव्यः इति नास्ति।
सत्यं भगिनि।
तदपि वर्तते, तस्य श्लोकस्य मननं करोतु। मननं अस्य अत्र यः श्लोकः दत्तः तस्यैव कण्ठस्थीकरणं नापेक्ष्यते। पूर्वमेव कण्ठस्थीकृतं चेत् तदेव भवतु।
अस्तु भगिनि। शिखरिणी वृत्तं यदा भगिनी उक्तवती, सौन्दर्यलहरी सर्वं शिखरिणी वृत्ते एव अस्ति खलु? तावदेव भगिनि, धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः। गणेशन् महोदय।
भगिनि,
यस्, नमस्ते।
एका प्रार्थना अस्ति। रेकार्डिंग् किञ्चित् झटिति अप्लोड् करोतु इति। ओके, तेन पुनः पुनः श्रोतुं शक्यते भवत्याः रेकार्डिंग्।
करिष्यामि।
गतवर्गस्य अप्लोडिङ्ग् नास्ति, अद्यवर्गे अपि। इदानीं 5 दिनम् अवकाशः अस्ति। I can use it for listening again and again. That will help me.
Yeah, it will be uploaded.
कृपया करोतु इति मम प्रार्थना।
शीघ्रमेव करिष्यामि। धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः।
श्रीनिवासराव महोदय।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
Each sloka, if bhavartha is given, it would be very easy to understand, and we can get the meaning.
Each sloka.
Bhavartha.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mahodaya. This word, entire varga is not supposed to care about. It's not. We are not worrying about the artha here. We are focusing on the medical rules. So, but then we will be encountering interesting verses. I will try to explain the verse when we encounter such verses. I will try to do that in class, but yesterday there was a bit of confusion regarding how to understand a few verses, and that is why today I focused on the metrical portion rather than the artha. Parantu in future we can focus on both as much as possible.
Sampratam meaning, what is the meaning of Sampratam?
Sampratam nama adhuna, idanim.
Acha, idanim. Acha. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Balasubramanian Mahoday. Namaste. Krishna Mohan Mahoday.
Namo Namo Bhagini.
Hello, do you hear me?
Krishna Mohan asti. Krishna Mohan asmi atra.
वदतु महोदय।
कः अहं वदामि वा? कृष्ण मोहन।
You have raised your hand.
I am Balasubramanian.
So Balasubramanian Mahodaya, किंचित समयं प्रतीक्षा करोतु, अहं वदामि प्रथमं. So the thing is that, like, when you are doing the Vishaya Vritta, but that time you said that, like, it follows Gana based composition, so that you can't have any arbitrary number of aksharas.
Yes.
But then when you're talking about Samavritas, you're talking about single akshara in a pada. How is it possible then? You don't follow Ganas then,
Okay, that is secret. Samavritta, see, nobody, I don't think the Ekakshara Vritta is used at all. Okay.
Yes, I
So,
also thought it may be impossible, but I'm just
yeah.
wondering
No,
why they're
of course there
written
are.
it like
I
that.
think we have examples for that. We do have examples for Ekakshara Vritta. That is why it is given. Okay. So we have a jati called Utta. So we will be encountering examples. But then what I meant was that we cannot compose we cannot say random things, and we cannot call it to be a proper padya in Vishnupriya. That is what I was trying to say, because Vishnupriya, although less varieties, it does have a few varieties. They have been mentioned in the Vritta Ratnakara. There are 5 or 6 varieties of Vishnupriya, where it is explicitly said that this type of Vishnupriya is supposed to have a Tagana, Jagana, Bhagana followed by something, and so on. So it is kind of defined. So we cannot come up with random things and say that we have written a padya in Vishnupriya. That was what I was trying to explain.
So, I mean, it is confirmed that like you have to have ganas, right? So minimum 3 is required in any case, right?
Yeah.
3 akshara.
Yeah. 3
Correct.
or more.
Whether it's Samavrita or Vishnupriya, whatever it is.
Yeah. We have to have. Yeah, it has to go on in some pattern. Yes.
Correct. Dhanyawada, Bhai. I am also like, basically I suffered from the same problem. I got locked out, So
I'm sorry
I was,
about that. Okay, you please
so,
follow the recording. The recording will be uploaded.
right. Dhanyawada, Bhai.
Dhanyawad.
Mahodaya.
Namaskara, Mahodaya.
Namaskar. Last time also it was difficult for me to get in. This time, 15 minutes I was struggling.
I'm expecting.
I thought of closing the class and
No. Last time, I think it was due to some other technical glitch, but this time it was purely my error. I am very sorry about that. Really, I didn't notice it at all. I request you to kindly follow it up with the recording, and in case there are some doubts, you may write to me. Please write to me.
Recording also is not yet done, even last class, I think.
No. See, Mahodaya, you have to understand the difficulty of those who are volunteering for us, because the class just got over yesterday. So at least we need 48 to 36 hours, 48 to 50 hours of time. We have to give them, right? Because it is being done by volunteers. So you will have the entire week to listen to. I hope that it will be uploaded by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And in fact, today's class, we have almost repeated whatever we did yesterday. So this video, I will request volunteers at Vyoma to upload it very soon. It will be uploaded tomorrow.
Dhanyawada, Mahodaya. Sorry, don't mistake me for telling.
No. I understand. Dhanyawada.
Bhagini, Shruyate, ma?
Shruyate.
Am I on?
Yes.
The thing was, I just wanted to know, like this kind of a problem, if it happens, isn't there any way we can contact the...
No.
Because we tried contacting...
No. I see, it is not supposed to happen. Like it never happens. It is because I voluntarily went and pressed on a key that locked the meeting. This has happened. Otherwise, it usually does not happen. The previous times it happened, it happened for a different reason, because I think there were some parallel classes going on and Zoom limited the number of participants. That was a totally different reason, and that has been solved. So it should not repeat again.
Right. And where do we write to you? What is the email?
Vishnupriya.vyoma@gmail.com.
Dhanyawada, Bhai.
Dhanyawada. And I think we are past the time. There is one Bhushana Mahodaya. This we can close.
Actually, it is not an issue. I think people, if they can refresh and or log out and log in once, the moment you start the recording, start the session, we will be able to log in. I think.
No. Today it got locked out.
No.
So for almost 30-40 minutes we were waiting. Till 8 o'clock we were waiting.
But mostly, if you just quit out of the browser and log in again, it will allow, actually. That is one at least workaround. Sometimes it will help. Okay, today could be an exception because of whatever happened. But
Okay. Dhanyawada. CV Subramanian Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, namaste. Anushtup, is it one type of Matrika Chandaha?
No. It's a Samavritta. 8
The
aksharas in
reason,
each pada.
the reason I asked, you said Anushtup is Jati, but Jati means Matrika Chandaha, right?
Yeah, Jati is another name for Matra Chandas. Yes, but again, here Jati, we mean, group of Vrittas belonging to one group. That's all.
So that Jatihi, which is Matrika Chandaha, is different from.
That is different. That's entirely different.
Or did you mean Jagati? Not Jagati, right? Jati only. Group.
No. It is Jati only. It's Jati. Okay. So
Yeah,
these
then
are Jatis. Okay. Jati is another name, like group of these.
that will confuse, right? Because for us, Matrika Jatihi.
Yeah. But I think the Vritta Ratnakara terminology does not use the word Jati for Matra Chandas. Does it use? Did we see it anywhere?
In the book, in the material we got from the university, it's very clearly written Matrika
No. Yeah. I
Chandaha.
understand that Jati is a popular name for Matra Chandas. Yes, I'm not denying it. But here it is used to refer to groups of the varieties of Samavrittas. That it belongs to Anushtup Jati and Trishtup Jati and so on. It's just a reference. Right? Bharati Bhagini.
Bhagini, you had given 10 shlokas. I have marked the ganas, and today, just now, I saw that you have put up the answers also. Should we not mark ganas for that? Just
We have to mark ganas also. You have to mark ganas. Guru, Laghu, and Gana. That is the exercise.
I have marked, but it was not
Yeah,
there
you
in the
can check
answer.
it against the answer that has been uploaded.
Yeah. Guru Laghu, I checked. Everything is correct. I just wanted to know whether we should do ganas also.
That also can be done.
Okay, Bhagini. So that we will know which, will we know?
Yeah, the whole point of that exercise was to both mark Guru Laghu and Gana. Gana Nirdesha and Guru Laghu Nirdesha.
Okay, for example, first this one is it Arya?
I do not remember, Bhagini, but please check with the answer sheet. Okay, so we are running out of time. So I think
I know. Even I have another class. Okay, Bhagini, thank you.
Okay. Dhanyavadaha. Sarvebhyo namaskaraha. Dhanyavadhascha. We will see again in the next class.